Couldn't be happier. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, beautiful sunset. We're gonna enjoy this one. Which one do I want to use? I'm gonna try this one out. First time running these with the apple flavor here. Give this a go. All right, well, we're in the middle of August here and just sprucing up a couple of spots here for the cameras. We pretty much have our bucks picked that we know that we're gonna be hunting throughout the season. Still waiting on a couple of my big guys to show up. I'm none too concerned. I know they're in the area. It's just a matter of time before they're on the camera. So just sprucing things up here with the Big and J, and might start hanging stands today or tomorrow. And just getting back in the spots here and figuring out, we had a bunch of deadfall happen, so a lot of our trees that we're used to hang in are no longer available, and we've got one of our trees up there again it's dead and it's gonna go over, so we're gonna have to pick a different tree this year to hunt at. But the season's coming quick and it's looking good as always. This is my favorite time of year. All the prep work, all of the stuff that goes into it, this is my favorite time. So we're gonna get to it and go have some lunch. I'm hungry. And I bought donuts. So we're at our food plot here. This is our soybean plot that we planted earlier on this year. And this is gonna be pretty much a hot spot for us towards the later part of the season. Looking more into October and November for this spot here. I think the deer are gonna start utilizing these soybeans an awful lot, especially we're gonna leave a couple of the outside rounds here of the corn for the deer. So this spot here, I think, is going to be a later kill plot, is where this is really going to thrive. Spot might look a little familiar. We're pretty much standing exactly where I shot cricket last year. That's my my ground blind over there, and that was, I think it was 80 yards that we shot him at there. And this spot here has been pretty quiet actually for deer activity from the start of this year. We also have cows all over in the valley and stuff this year. It's been a really bad year for rain, and so our cattle have been our top priority, and we're making sure that they have feed over everything. I was spoiled last year and was able to kind of claim some spots for the deer and keep the cattle out so that my deer didn't feel any pressure from the cattle. But this year's a little different, and I'm not having as consistent movement from the deer, but that comes with it. So gonna go put some more attractant out here and hopefully draw some of the bucks from the bottom part of the valley. They're staying down low right now. They're not coming up past the cattle. So hopefully I'm able to draw them up into this spot here where they're feeding. And yeah, so we're gonna get back to it. So it is October 18th. Kelly's birthday today. We are gonna go and set up a blind for this whitetail that we have on our lease land. This is a deer that I had on camera about 3 years ago, and we kind of stopped hunting this area. We usually run cows in here this time of year, so it's pretty tough for us to hunt them when they're getting pressured by the cattle.
it's almost near impossible. But this year we cycled the cows to the east pasture, and so this spot is huntable. And pulled the card on this one, and he's a shooter. He's a high 4x4. He's got a great frame, high G2s, really nice deer. And I would be more than happy to end up with this guy on my wall. So we're gonna set up for him. The one thing is that he is coming from a very thick part of bush. And so what I wanna do is get this one set up here in this clearing, and then I'm gonna go for a little bit of a walk, and we're gonna see where his transition line is. And if there's a good spot to hang a stand, then we'll probably put a stand in there as well, and see if we can get him that way. But so far, it looks like this deer is in a very huntable spot. I'm thinking, put a blind in there, and then a blind probably tucked into those willows and carrianas. Possibly a tree stand up in there on those days that we get a south wind. The majority of the time, I think we're probably going to be sitting over there. I think that's going to be our best move. He's coming out of this trail here. Pretty much a majority of the pictures that I have of him, he's coming out of here. So we'll set up there, and then we're going to take just a small little walk through here. We're not going to go too far in because I don't want to bump anything out. And yeah, we'll go in that way. It's October 18th. We decided to come to the Cricket Corner stand and sit here tonight. We're gonna let that blind that we put out get just one more day. And this spot has always been a hot spot for bucks. Always has, always will be, especially this time of year. So I wanted to get eyes on a couple other bucks, see them in person, see what they look like. And so brought my bow with me. If there's a big 5x5, if he happens to walk in and he looks really good to me, you might get it. But you know what? I'm just here enjoying it with my nephew behind the camera, and you couldn't ask for a better night. Tonight just feels good. And we're gonna sit here and we're gonna enjoy the night and look at some deer.
You know that old saying, trust your gut? Well, if I would have listened to mine, this video would have been completely different. You might recall back earlier in the video when me and Hunter were setting up that blind that I said I wanted to sit in it that evening. Well, as we were pulling out of the field, I said to Hunter, you know, maybe we should just give that blind one more night and we'll just go and watch some bucks in the cricket stand tonight. Well, we made a mistake. And my target buck, the big 4x4, was out at 6 o'clock, perfect shooting light, 15 yards in front of the blind. You give that deer 3 years, that's going to be an awesome deer. At least a cool one. You know, there's never a wasted day in the deer blind or the tree stand. Whether you're sitting for your target buck or you're just watching some prospects and some does. Sitting in this corner reminded me of the days when me and my brother were age 10 and age 12. And Dad would drop us off in the corner while he went and worked in the field, and we'd sit in the grass and watch deer up until dark. We could hear him working in the field, and he'd come and pick us up on his way out. Sometimes I wish I could go back to that. Those simple things in life. Those little memories that you don't realize that you're going to cherish for the rest of your life.
Alright guys, it is October 22nd, and we are in the blind that I've been waiting to get into for a very long time. My nephew and I set up this spot, and this one has the shooter buck on. I've been wanting to get in here for so long, but the wind has not been right. Well, finally we got the weather we've been waiting for. It is cold, and the wind could not be more perfect.
Now, I pretty much lived in this blind in the month of October. But what I didn't know was that my target buck had already moved on. And the night that me and Hunter should have been in the blind was the last time I had that buck on camera. We didn't lay eyes on that deer until 2 weeks after hunting season was over. A full 6 miles from where this camera was put.
Well, guys, it is a cold, windy day out here. We have, I think it's 3 days left of the muzzleloader bow season. And so we're sitting every time I can. There's buck here in the cricket corner stand. And it's a buck that I want to get a look at. I want to see if he's an old deer. By the looks of the pictures, he looks like he's a fairly old deer, but I want to see him in person first. He's got one weak left side, and his right side's pretty cool. But he's got a really high brow tine. He's been coming in here every day, so I'd like to take a look at him and who knows, I might get the itch and I might let one fly tonight. We'll see. I just really want to get a look at him. It is cold, it is windy, but we are sitting and we're gonna make it happen. Can't kill him if you're on the couch, right? When I left the house, it said that it was done snowing. Just getting started. With this weather, I guess you can't do much for movement. I don't think much will be moving in the snow. But if we get a stoppage in the snow, we'll have stuff moving for sure. Here he comes. I'm gonna pass him. I'll see you next year, big guy. Well, guys, just finished hanging 2 tree stands right up in here. Have a really nice old mature buck coming on this cut. So last night I sat for a whitetail buck. I had to see what he looked like in person, and I had a gut feeling to let him go, so I did. And you know, when things just are meant to be, the buck that I'm looking for showed up last night. He is an old, heavy, mature deer, and one that I'd just be tickled to take. He's not huge by any means, don't get me wrong, guys. He ain't a monster, but he's an old deer that can go. And that's what I've been wanting to do this season, was take a deer out of here that doesn't affect the future coming up. A good old mature deer, and he's exactly that. He's been showing up here quite regular, so we're gonna get out of here, and we're gonna sit here tonight and see what we see. It's a nice deer though, and if he comes in, he's gonna get it. Well, we switched it up again, guys. We are back in. Well, not back. This is the first sit on the lease land after that old buck. Now this buck's not gonna score very good, but he's the exact type of deer I've been looking for. So we're in at a really good time. Our wind isn't the greatest, so I sprayed down the best I could. Hopefully that's enough, but I guess we'll see. I'm hoping it's enough. Time will tell, I guess.
You know, sitting in the tree stand that night took me back to those days when I was little and sitting in a blind, and there was no real trail camera pictures to speak of. You just knew there was bucks around due to the sign around you. You didn't know if you were going to have a Boone and Crockett buck walk in or a Spoon and Crockpot buck walk in. It was like Christmas morning every time you saw a new deer.
Well guys, it is opening day of rifle in Saskatchewan. At least in my zone it is. And I'm back sitting after that big heavy buck that I have on camera. It's been a couple days since he showed back up, so he's due. Only thing was this morning there was 3 gunshots in the neighboring piece of property. So fingers crossed it wasn't that guy, but if it is, good on him. They beat me to it, I guess. But I'm gonna sit, and until I know he's not here, I'm gonna be here. So see how the night holds and see what we come up with.
One of the shots that I heard sitting yesterday was my target buck. I'm not sure who got him or what his name was, but that's part of it. He's gone, so I gotta find a new one. So back in the blind where I had that bigger 4x4 at the start of the year, and he's been missing. I think he got whacked too, probably in Los Loaders, because he's been 3 weeks since, well, longer than 3 weeks now, so not sure where he went, but I'm just sitting now. If a big buck comes in, it's a surprise to me, so you gotta be somewhere. This was the place that made the most sense with the wind tonight, so a little discouraged, but that's part of it. So hopefully something produces tonight. This dog just walked in, and I just got my camera set up. There's a buck behind there. There's a buck behind there. I just shot a buck. I have no idea what buck that is, but I have an idea. I haven't been in the blind. I haven't been in the blind 5 minutes. What just happened? I set up the camera, set everything up here. All of a sudden, a doe comes in off this side here, and I hear tines and everything in the background. I'm able to peek through a little bit of a window here of the blind, and I saw a nice frame. It looks like a nice buck. With an archery, I'm not passing that down at all. And I know I hit him good. I know I smoked him. And I'm quite sure he's laying dead, like right here. Like less than 40 yards from the bait, so. Wow. That's crazy. I can honestly say, guys, that's the first time something like that has really happened to me. That quick. Wow. I gotta make some phone calls. That's a nice buck. I just shot a buck.
You just shot a buck?
Yeah.
Where?
On that south one, where Hunter shot his.
Really? Okay. Do you need a hand?
It happened so fast.
Yeah?
I'm pretty sure that buck from last night. From south of Leafs.
Is that right?
He was tailing a doe.
Huh.
I shot him. It looked like a good shot, maybe a touch back just because of the angle, like maybe it's a touch.
Yeah.
And he took like 20 steps from the bait, stopped and just looked back. But I'm pretty sure I heard him crash pretty much in the same spot Hunter's did.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Well.
It's a nice buck. He's a mature buck for sure, big body.
You got him on film?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
I've never heard an arrow smack so hard as that one.
Really?
Like it sounds like as soon as it hit him, it sounded like a 22 shell going pack.
Huh. Probably a bone on the other side.
Must have hit rib or something on the other side.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got the little tractor close. We have to haul him out. I figured 3 of us could drag him.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we could.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll find him and let us know.
Okay, sounds good.
And then we'll buzz right over there.
All right, buddy.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
All right, thanks, Dad.
You bet.
All right,
Bye.
bye-bye. That's a tradition that I will look forward to every year. I love that phone call. Get you a hunting partner like this. Yeah, blood is just pouring.
What?
The blood was just pouring. Well, I waited for my main man, Hunter Ross, to show up, and we're gonna do the walk up together here. I'm positive he's dead within probably feet of where Hunter's deer piled in. So it'd be pretty cool if it was. So let's go and take a look at him here. And I know he crashed, so it's just I heard him go through the trees crashing. So he stopped
about here, and he looked around.
How far was it when you got him?
I shot him right there.
Sweet.
There's blood right here. Blood right here. Oh, it's just spraying.
You hit something good. That almost looks like heart with how fast it's going.
Wasn't low enough.
Wasn't low enough?
No.
Just with the amount of it, I thought heart. Like, it's a steady stream.
Bright blood, this is long. This might be the easiest stacking job ever.
I don't know. We heard mine pile up.
We knew yours died.
Really wish I could film for you. It would have been cool if we sit in the same blind.
That would have been pretty cool. Yours died
Right here.
right here?
Yeah. And there's yours on the trail.
He's dead right there.
Yeah, he's right there. That's 40 feet? 50?
He's close.
He is closer.
He's about 15 yards from where yours died.
How much blood? I don't think we needed to check, see if he was alive.
That's always a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Oh, he's already stiffening up. Look at that guy. What a cool buck. Look how he curves.
Yeah, he comes right in.
Comes right in.
That's
What
cool.
a cool buck. You know, this was a kind of disheartening season for me at the start. My target buck that I was gonna hunt for, he just didn't grow the amount that we were wanting to, and so I made the decision that I wasn't gonna take a buck off the ranch this year, just due to the fact that we wanted to give our bucks one more year to grow. So I said I wanted a big mature whitetail that wasn't on our home quarters. And so I branched out, and I had found a really nice whitetail, and opening day rifle, he got shot.
Yeah, I sent you the message. And
Yeah, you sent me the message saying he was gone, and he was, so I had to start looking again, and I even said, had a conversation with the man upstairs and said, God, if you're wanting me to take a deer this year, or if I'm meant to take a deer this year, said I'm leaving it up to you. If it's what you want, I said put a deer in front of me. And I wasn't 5 minutes in the blind today, and this guy walked in, and with this frame and this mature buck, he's a huge bodied buck, huge body.
I still think I got you beat though.
Oh, yours was a tank.
Yeah, he was unreal.
And he stepped out, and I put a good shot on him, and now we're gonna reap the rewards of it. Couldn't be happier. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, beautiful sunset, and we're gonna enjoy this one.
Now, I don't know what's left to say about this season. It was one to remember, that's for sure. I have never put on so many miles and hours into the whitetail woods as this year, but I loved every minute of it. Now, I saw a lot of bucks that were bigger than this one, but this year was meant for management, to continue all of our genetics and to make sure that our bucks are going to get one more year. We had to take out a buck that just didn't have the potential. I am grateful to be taking that buck, but I am definitely looking forward to seeing what the whitetail woods have in store for me in 2024.